Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are doing 4 looks with 4 different palettes from one brand, and this week that brand is going to be Arttitude Cosmetics. It is an indie brand based in the UK, and today we are using the Submerged palette, and we're going to make a purple look because I just love the color purple. And we are going to be using, should we use this shade here? I think that looks like I've used that shade before, but I don't really want to use that shade because it's a little too purple. Maybe we will, I know I want to use this shade in the inner corner, and this would make it a little bluer, to look a little bluer. So, maybe it can be a little purple and blue look today with that shimmer in it. Maybe we will use the shades Mirage, Cove, and Shipwreck, and use the color Moonlight in my inner corner. So let me take my Singe, that's the EO3. Let's take the EO6 brush. Let me sort of prime it up in my hand here, and let's take that Mirage shade. Those got here. This is their newest palette that they have put out. I need to find all of my palettes. Oh my gosh. That is in such an impactful shimmer. I'm putting this on with a fluffy brush, you guys. Imagine if you put this on with your finger or with a flat brush. I'm just trying to disperse this out a little bit by using a fluffy brush. Okay, wow, that is very impactful. Now I'm going to take the Cove shade and put it out here on the outer part of my eye. Their shades are very, very pigmented. So even if it looks light in the pan, it will be very pigmented on your eye. And I love that about them. Let me just take a swig of coffee here. It's Sunday morning here where I am. I know this is going out on Thursday morning, but I'm just going out to the movies. I'm not going anywhere special. But yeah. Now I'm going to take the EO3 brush and go into that Shipwreck color and add a little bit of dimension here. There's even a darker shade called Unforgiving. I might use that too. Let me adjust my wigs in. I'm thinking about buying a new wig. It is a black mullet wig. I'm not going to be wearing it for work, but maybe for the weekend. Okay, let me take this EO2 singe brush and go into that unforgiving shade and add just something a little bit even deeper here. Yeah, something even deeper. Oh my gosh, loving this look. Just going to take a little something here and clean up the look a little bit. My eye is watering like crazy today. Okay, I'm going to take the EO7 brush and take that unforgiving shade and just go under a little bit, just a little bit, under my eye. Okay, and I think instead of using that moonlight color, I'm going to use that cold, matte, kind of cream shade and put it in my inner eye. Because we got a lot going on here. Hold this back down. Okay. This eye right here keeps watering. Oh yes, we got a lot going on for a Sunday here. Let me go clean my brushes and put on my mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is the final look that we've got going on here. It turned out more of a blue look than a purple look, so I will admit that. So we used the shades, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here for the dark, the dimension, and this one right here for the inner corner. Look, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades. This was what I was going to use for the inner corner, but I decided we've got enough sparkle going on for a Sunday. So let me know what you think of this look here that we've got going on, and we will continue this video with Arttitude Cosmetics. I still got to find 2 of my palettes, so we will see if I can find it. Okay, see you in a minute. See you in a second. Day number 2, and I mistakenly said that yesterday that the Submerged palette was Arttitude Cosmetics' latest palette, but I was wrong. This is their latest palette, the Moonlight palette. So this is the palette that I'm going to be using today, and this is a very beautiful palette. And I think I'm going to be using this shade here. It is kind of a shifty shade here. Right here, this shade's called Phases. And this is also a shifty shade, but I'm going to use this lighter shade here. And then I'll probably be using this shade called Solace here. And then probably this shade or this shade here, or both of these shades, or maybe this shade here and then this shade up here, this darkest shade up here. So probably Nova and Void right here. So we'll see as we go along. We'll just see as we go along. I pulled out my EO8 brush, which is a little fluffier brush to use today. And we might use one of these shiny shades or that moon shade. Oh, I don't know. There's so many choices in this one. So many cool choices in this one to use. So what did I say? Phases? We'll use phases on this fluffy brush. I loved the look I did yesterday. Oh, and this one is probably going to be really cool too. So I have found 3 of the palettes, 3 of the 4 palettes so far. So this is at least going to be a 3 look. 3 palettes. Or maybe we could do 4 looks with 3 palettes. I don't know. Maybe we could do a second look with one of these palettes. Maybe that's what we can do. I'm still looking for the 4th one though. I haven't given up yet. It's the Urban Neutrals one that I'm still looking for. Very beautiful shade here. Very shifty, very ethereal looking. I love those kind of shades. Let me just adjust my wig a little bit. I'm thinking about shaving off my hair. I've talked about it on and off over the years, but I really think that I'm gonna shave off my hair to make it easier to put on my wigs. For the summertime. So if you ever see me come on here with a bald head, don't be surprised. Okay. Okay, now let's go into that Solace color. I'm gonna still use this same shade, this same brush, the same Singe EO8 brush. Go along the outside, middle to outside part of my eye. very beautiful color. Oh, I love Arttitude Cosmetics. I'm gonna take that Phases color again and work it into that Solace color. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take the EO3 brush and I'm just gonna go into that Void color and work it into my outer V. I'm just gonna go straight into Void. For some depth and dimension. I don't want to use too many colors, too many shades here. Wow, that Phases shade is really showing up. To the party. Oh, I love that Void shade too. Love it. Okay, we're going to clean it up. Oh, my eyes have just been watering the last few days. Is this EO3? Yeah. Just take Void a little bit more. Soften up that hard line. Okay, then I'm going to take the EO7 and go into Void and bring it down a little bit, just a little bit, into my lower lash line. What do we think of this look? What do we think of this look so far? Do I need an eyeliner? Maybe I need an eyeliner. Yeah, I think I needed an eyeliner. Okay. Let me go offline. I don't know, there's just something about this. Oh, let me put an inner corner highlight. What I want to do, I think I just want to use a matte. This matte kind of gray white called Moon. Yeah, I think that definitely helps. That definitely helps. Okay, I'm going to go offline, going to clean my brushes, going to, I think this will help too. Going to put on mascara and I will be right back. Okay, and here's the final look that we've got going on here. I can't decide if I like this look better than yesterday's look. I like them both. Maybe this one a little better because it's more purpley. I don't know. But I definitely love this look. Love this look a lot. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and we will go ahead and move on along to look number 3 with the Vintage Neutrals palette. Okay, on to the third day, and we're going to be using the Vintage Neutrals palette. I still haven't found my Urban Neutrals palette, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to do for day 4, but I'm going to use this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade, or at least this shade, this shade, and this shade. I want to use this shade here. Maybe this shade in the inner corner or this shade in the inner corner. We shall see. So I want to definitely use the shade Retro and Vintage and Old School and Nostalgia. So kind of do a warm look today, and maybe use the shade Muted or the shade Glamour in my inner corner. So we're going to take the EO8 shade, and we're going to start with the shimmer, the Retro shade, and pick it up with this brush and start to use it on the inner part of the lid and above the lid, as we have been doing. So I got offered to apply. I didn't get offered the job. I got offered to apply for the job as site supervisor, which is my boss's job, but at a different site with the same client. So I'd be keeping my same benefits and everything like that. I'd be doing the same job, basically. Not the same job, but what I'm saying is it's the same contract, just at a different site. But I don't think I'm going to apply for it because I see how much stress the job gives my boss. And I don't really want that kind of stress. I'm very comfortable at my job as it is now. And I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it some more, but when I switched roles and became the night shift supervisor or whatever, I really didn't like that job. And I came back to my old job. So I think I'm just really comfortable at where I am. I don't know what the days are or what the pay is or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to take that vintage color with the same brush. I guess I could always apply for it and do the interview and find out. I would have to update my resume. Okay, going back into that retro color. That retro shimmer. I just don't know. I just don't have a good feeling about it. You know, it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Okay, now I'm going to take the EO6 brush from Singe Beauty and go into this old school shade and use it on the outer part of my eye. And blend it in with that vintage shade, yes. Put some on my lid there. This reminds me a little bit of the Paisley Hoot palette. But these seem a little bit more pigmented than the Paisley Hoot palette. Okay, then I'm going to take the EO2 brush, yes, and go into this nostalgia shade. This is this dark brown shade. And go in for some good depth and dimension. Oh, I love those colors together. It's a nice fall look, but I don't really do seasonal looks. I'm gonna take this and clean up the look. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Gonna take that EO7 brush and go into that nostalgia shade. I mean, I don't only do these kind of looks. Like, I'll do a fall look any time of year, not just in the fall. Very pretty. I'm gonna take this E12 brush. It's kind of bent like this. And I'm going to put some of that nostalgia shade in as my eyeliner. Oh yeah. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Very nice and smoky looking. Okay, I'm going to go offline. I'm going to clean my brushes and I am going to put some mascara on and I will be right back. Okay, this is the final look. I put on my little earring, my little cat earrings here. And this is what it looks like right here. I think I really like this look. Now, I still can't decide which look is best. I like them all. I really do. I did put that muted color in my inner corner. Just this little matte here, this little matte look. So I used this color, this color, this color, this color, and this shade here, right here. So like that. So between all of the looks, I really can't decide. I really like them all so far. Maybe I will use this palette again tomorrow if I cannot find my Urban Neutrals one, because I really do like this palette. I really do. So let's go ahead and move along, because I do want to do a fourth look. Let's go ahead and move along to look number 4. Okay, final day look, but I am going to use the Vintage Neutrals palette again, because I cannot find my Urban Neutrals palette. I've got a whole mess of palettes over here. I think it's at the bottom of the pile, and I just didn't feel like messing through the pile. So we're going to use this palette again, and I'm going to use the greens in this palette, and I think I'm going to use this shade here or this shade here. This is kind of shifty shade here. Actually, I think I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade called Antique. We're going to use Classic and Fashion, and probably Muted again in the inner corner. Or we might go for Glamour. This shade right here. This shade right here in the inner corner. We shall see. Let me get my brushes at the ready. I'm going to go back to my EO6 brush and go into this antique shade. This is the shimmer shade. And put it on my eye. Oh yeah, I think this was the right shade to use. Definitely. Very, very pretty. So how has your week been going so far? Let me know in the comments. Today is Wednesday. My week has been going pretty okay. I filmed my new makeup releases yesterday. That has gone up already by the time you're seeing this. I really like filming that. I really like sitting and talking about makeup. And I like editing it too. That's a pretty fun video that I like to do. Okay, now that we have this antique shade on, I'm going to take the same brush and go into classic. And oh, that is a pretty shade. That's a pretty green shade. Very pigmented. I love Arttitude cosmetics because they're so pigmented. Okay, I'm going back into that antique shade and spreading it on over the green shade here. Okay, very nice what we've got going on here so far. Okay. Just spread a little bit more of that antique shade on my lids. Okay, then I'm going to go get the E3 brush, EO3 brush. I'm using the Singe brushes, and I'm going to go into Fashion, which is a dark green, and use that for my depth and dimension color, my smoke out color, my smoky color, because you know I like a smoky look. that is nice. That is nice. We're gonna make this one simple today. We're just gonna use these 3 shades, I think. Because I think this green, this fashion shade is dark enough. I don't think we need to use that nostalgia shade. Okay, I definitely need to clean up this look. It definitely got out of hand. Okay. And then we're going to take that E07 brush and go back into fashion and just bring it down just a little bit. So we've got this look going on. I'm thinking that I want to take this E12 brush again that is slanted like this. And take that green shade, what's it called? Fashion. And do a little eyeliner. Oh yeah. This brush is perfect for that. Clean that brush off there. Okay, now that I've got this done, I'm going to, well, do I want to use a little bit of that nostalgia shade? Let me take a little bit of this brown nostalgia shade. And just smoke a little bit in the very outer corner. Just a little bit more depth there. Okay, I think now I'm happy. Okay, I'm going to go and put on my mascara and clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the final look that we've got going on here. I really liked it. I've liked all the looks that I've done this week. I used this shade, then I used this shade, then I used this shade and a little bit of this shade. I have not put an inner corner highlight in. I think I will use this Glamour shade because I haven't used like I don't think I've used like a sparkly shade this week. I can't remember, but I don't think I have. So I'll use a sparkly shade today. Oh yeah. Definitely. So I used this shade right here for my inner corner. So this is what we've got. I don't think I know I can tell you what my favorite look was this week. Maybe the purple look we did with the Moonlight Muse palette. I don't know. What do you think? So let me know down in the comments below. Do you have any of these palettes? What do you think of them? What have you used this week that you've really enjoyed? Anything like that? And all the good things. So just leave me a comment down below. Let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Sending you out all of those good vibes. And I will see you later. Okay, goodbye.